Hello, hello, everybody. Welcome to Thursday night's Messages of Love from Above. And I'm excited to get started and see what Spirit has for us tonight or today, wherever you're at in the world. Before we get started, though, I do want to make sure to send love out to the world. So if you would like to join me, I definitely welcome that. Whether you're watching this live or on replay, you can join all together outside of space and time where all this love energy exists. And we can send it all together, multiplied to the world. So I'm going to take a big, deep breath and just come back to right here, right now. And just allow that love to cascade down to our hearts and fill us up and flow out to the world. And if you are in need of love tonight, whether for your heart, your mind, your body, for a loved one or a situation, we send love to you right now. Beautiful, beautiful. Thank you so much for joining me and doing that and allowing me the space for that. Before we jump into the readings, I do want to let everyone know I put out a pick a card this morning. It's what does Spirit want you to know about transforming, aligning, healing? And it talks about the mind, the heart, the body, and the self. So here is the link to that to pick a card. Also, of course, we have the weekly energy updates that are out. If you haven't checked that out yet, Mars does go direct, which Mars deals with our authority, our relationship to authority figures or the authority in our lives or our own masculine energy or how we interact with masculine energy. So some great stuff came through on there. So if you feel so inclined, it's by each individual zodiac sign. And then I did put out last week a personal reading giveaway video talking about how, at least for now, how I'm going to handle drawings, giveaways for personal recorded readings. So I'm going to do it every 2 weeks. This one is going to be for this drawing for this coming Sunday. I'll close it out Sunday afternoon after my morning session on Sunday. So you still have time to watch the video and enter there. I am very close to the 45 comments. And I count, no matter if one person comments 5 times, that's one comment, it's only fair. So I just do one entry for an individual that makes a comment on the video. But 15 or more, I do like a 30-minute recorded giveaway. What did I do? Oh, 30, 30 or more comments. I add a 45-minute person recorded reading. If we get 45 or more comments, then I add on an hour person recorded videos. So there'll be recorded videos once we hit the 45 or more. So I'm excited for that because you know how I love to give away things and I love personal readings because they're even more accurate. I wouldn't say accurate, more detailed, even more so in private than it is in public because sometimes Spirit will, tone things down a little bit in public out of respect for the individuals. So I love those. So those are the main ones I think that I wanted to talk about there. So let's get this party started. Let me just make sure here we are good there. All right. And we do have a donation already. Thank you so much, Renee. We will have you up first as soon as I figure out what I'm doing here. Yeah, that's right. I'm going to pop out the chat. That's what I was going to do. And let me just shrink the screen down so I can actually see the chat. And we will get going. All right. And we do have another donation of lucky stars as well. So we will do that. So if you're new to my channel and new to these live sessions, what we do is I go down in order in the chat. First come, first serve for free readings. And if anyone makes a donation, I do honor that energy exchange and I step out of the free readings, complete those, and then step back into line where I left off and continue going down the list. So I also did add, because there some individuals were asking if I have what is the let me just see here. It's in the pinned comment, which let me just take a look at that here. Because it's the Cash App. Cash App, that's what I was trying to remember. Woo, I know, I tell you, when you get older, boom, boom, boom. Things just escape your mind. But so I did add on, in addition to Venmo and PayPal, there's also it's Square/Cash App. If you go there, you can also make a donation by Cash App now as well. So a lot of ways that you can get to do that if you so choose to do that. All right, so we'll jump in. I have 2 donations, so we'll take care of those. And then if I don't have any other donations, we'll start on the free readings at the very top. So I did get Renee, I got your PayPal first, so I'll go to that, and then Lucky Stars, you'll be next. So Renee, you did ask about the job situation. Let me just look at that real quick here, because you did ask the question there. Just how Jessica, your potential boss saw you after the interview, after Jessica shared the skinny on the information about you. So let's take a look here and see what they have here for you. All right. Yeah, I thought we had asked a similar question the other night, which this definitely rings a bell. The sun, definitely victorious, very bright, shining bright, just energetic. So it definitely is a great outcome with it all, because they've got this. Um, oh, okay. Spirit must have known, though, because this is the same energy I'm feeling, that they all, both Jessica and the boss, that they were like, yeah, this is the information that they shared, and they're equally excited about it. So they presented it very well, the information. Jessica shared information, and the boss was like, oh my gosh, yes, all right, yeah. And so they're very both on board with this, because you got 2 sixes, which is very smooth movement, smooth communication, and abundance of money. Because the 6 of discs, the 6 of pentacles, when it's about job or money, that type of thing, it represents that you get enough for yourself, that you have so much you can even have extra where you can give it to others. So very good flowing energy. It shows that, if you think of sixes as 3 on each side, it's like a path, and it's like this reinforcement that you're on the right path. You're headed in the right direction with all of this. But I like the communication, smooth communication, abundance of money coming in, and you can't get a better card about wanting a positive affirmation on a question than the sun. It's just like, it's one of the top 5 most beneficial cards in the entire deck. Some even say that they want it to be, that it's the most top card. I didn't sense that there's anything else that you need to do. Well, the only thing I sense that you need to do, yeah, is your power of choice. Focus on what you're grateful for and what you do want in your life and what you on joy and happiness and peace and love. Don't focus on fear. Don't focus on what you're feel you're missing, and don't feel focus on what's in your life that you don't want. Don't grow that. Use your power of choice to focus on what you do want in your life. And you have the Nine of Cups, a wish fulfillment card coming in. So, again, another victory card, wish fulfillment. I mean, it just can't, it doesn't stop. There's just so much wonderful things coming in here. So, that's the only thing you can do is just control your energy in each moment when you feel yourself like starting to worry. Just have gratitude. Thank the universe that they are going to have it unfold perfectly for you. Um, and if anything happens, you know that you were saved from something and saved to go into something even better. But I just feel so much wonderful energy around this. I just feel like it's going to move quickly. The chariot is also about quick movement as well. So I feel like that is what they have for you for this. So I feel like they are going to be giving you an offer very, very quick here because they're both very excited about you. So I like it. So that's what they have for you, Renee. So don't forget us when you're all, successful, popular. Don't forget to come back and say, hey. I think they're going to have you very busy because I have a feeling they're just going to give you a lot of responsibility very quickly. Yeah. Okay, good. Okay, don't forget us. Okay, good. All right. So that's what they have for you, Renee. And thank you so much for your donation. Greatly appreciated. All right, Lucky Stars, you are up next. And let me see, did you ask a question up above? If you have not asked your question yet, Lucky Stars, if you want to pop it down in there. I don't think I got a question anywhere. I think, Old Man Eyes. So if you did ask it, I'm not seeing it. So Lucky Stars, okay, they're a little further up. uh, okay. I tell you, the old eyes aren't what they used to be. I'm not seeing it anywhere, Lucky Stars. If you don't mind popping the question back in there. Some reason I don't know if YouTube. Oh, you know what? Let me switch this to live chat. That might help. I don't. It didn't make it pop up there either. Ah, there it goes. I see it now. There it is. So it does say you want 6 messages from your future partner. Oh, not 6 messages. Oh, okay. Okay. Oh my goodness. All right. Well, um, this is a PG rated channel, so we'll keep it to a certain thing there. So let's take a look here. All right. So you do get the Queen of Cups here. So the Queen of Cups is a very emotional card. Um, so we've got this with the Queen of Cups. she rolls over water, but she also is given a second portion of water because all the queens are. And so there's this deep, deep emotion. So when you're talking about intimacy, they are definitely going to prefer the deep, deep emotional connection between the two of you. Um, we had the Seven of Cups too, which represents, sometimes that, you'll hear this be called the emotional confusion card. But when you're talking about sensuality and you're talking about this, there's also about just the wide variety, the wide array of ways in which we can show our love to one another in a physical, intimate, and sensual way. And so, I love these coming in here because it's definitely reiterating, because these are messages from, your future partner, that they want deep, deep emotional connection, and it just heightens everything that you do. So they definitely have that in there. And I like that you got the hermit card. They're like, and when if and when they don't want to be intimate, there is alone time for you. No, that's not what it means. But they, the hermit card is letting you know that the intimacy on the level that you're headed to is going to be um, so I don't want to say it's spiritual, but it's going to have such a tie to, it's going to be so different than you ever have had before, because it's just going to be almost euphoric, where it just takes you to a different place, both in mind and emotion and body. So it's not just, an act, or you know um it's just something so much different than you've ever had, because it touches you inward, in your, like, almost in your soul, because of the connection that you have. So I really like that. I mean, they're also, it's like your higher self showing you here. Um, and I was actually just, it was funny because the book of this, when I was taking the cards out, actually opened up to this page, and this is about sensuality too, in a way. So I was like, that was interesting. And so it's very interesting this came out. But it also has to do with connecting to your higher self. And, the more you connect to your self love, which you go inward and upward for, the more you're able to share this intimacy and share this love with each other too. Because when our self love is like this big, it really restricts this energetic movement between each other too. So it is very important to work on that self love, because the more we expand it, the more just that love flow is between individuals. Now you did get the Tower card in here, which I this is like, between now and when you meet your significant soul partner, the one that's giving you these messages. A reminder, and just a nice little reminder, that whatever is moved out of your life is moved out of your life on purpose, for a purpose. And as you step forward, try to focus on uh, the positive of all those things, knowing that when something happens, wow, that's just totally not what I wanted. Realize and try to take a step back and go, okay, this stuff is being cleared out of my way so that I can move forward. And I feel like there's this, um, has to do with this, going more inward, um, to understand what these blocks are, because I feel that's what's being removed, are these emotional blocks, because they are someone, like with that Queen of Cups, that dives deep into their emotions. And so in the meantime, they're really looking at, as you work on your self-love, emotional blocks are being moved, so that there's this smooth, um, huge flow in between the two of you emotionally, spiritual power, intimate power. It just all comes together. So that is what they have for you right now, um, regarding the connection of the future. So um, I like it. So the more you work on that self love, just the more to the heightened levels things go. So I like that for you, Lucky Stars. So thanks for that question. I think it helps us all. We don't talk about that a whole lot. So thank you for bringing that subject up in a non-lewd way. All right. Thank you again so much for the donation as well. All right. So I don't see any other donations. So we will start at the top here. And I think the first one that I'm showing here is for Anya Ahuya. And it is, does Igor have a crush on Ateshi? All right. Well, let's take a look here. See what is going on with Igor. Just raise this up a little bit. There we go. Hope everyone had an amazing day. I can't believe tomorrow is Friday the 13th. And it's not unlucky. It's a powerful, powerful day. I can't believe it's almost halfway through January already. Yeah, I'm already talking about time flying by. All right. So let's take a look here, Anya. What would you like us to know about Igor here? Well, we've got the 10 of discs, which is the 10 of pentacles, which is this about an abundant, full life. So I feel like this is not specifically about a Teshi, but that they feel like their life is full, like they have it all. It's almost like this energy of, um, I've got my cake and I'm eating it too. I have everything and more. We do have the Prince of Wands, which is very fiery energy, of course. It's the fastest knight out of them all, but also the most passionate knight. So a lot of action and passion. I wouldn't say that they have a crush. I would say they have an attraction. And there is a huge difference, right? That they are like, things are being activated in their body, but we don't see cups here, right? This is not crush, not emotion, but passion, which is different. And we also have the Queen of Discs here, which is new beginnings in the outside world and new births, success, and things like that. So I really feel like just with this 10 of Pentacles and this Queen of Pentacles, they just are always focused outward, and all this success and money and possessions and romance, not really in romance even either, just interactions, physical interactions with humans, in a intimate way. Not that they're a manho or anything, but they just enjoy like the freedom of all the stuff, pursuant. And I'm picturing with that Knight of Wands more of a forest fire where they just consume and they don't look back because there's nothing to consume once a fire moves past it, right? So I just kind of feel like they're this constant fire that's moving forward. And I would be cautious not to get burned, is what I feel. But that's what they have for you. So many blessings for you there. All right. Yes, it is already the Friday the 13th over there, isn't it? That's right. You are safe. All right. So Shay B, you are up next for the next free reading. And you want to ask what's coming towards you and D this year. Will there be a committed relationship? Let's take a look here. What's coming towards you and D? Well, we do show here there's a Prince of Cups, which is this movement of emotion. So there is definitely ation happening here between you and D. Now, don't look at this too bad yet, or at all, because the Death card is about a rebirth, and I feel like because you have the Two of Cups that comes after this. I'll get a quick clarifying here, but I just really feel like this is the ending of the way the relationship was, and you're moving in. This would represent commitment, right? So I feel like it's movement because that could go either way, right? I mean, it could be that you guys' relationship ends, and then you find a committed relationship, or what I just had mentioned. So let me just verify here. Is this moving toward each other or away from each other? This death card. Can you clarify that for me? Okay. So we do the Princess of Wands is the um, Page of Wands, which is new passion, and Ace of Cups is new love. So I do feel with clarifying this, this is about that you and D kind of fall away because then you have new passion that comes in, new passion, new love, and a committed relationship. So, and honestly, when I first read your question, that's what I felt. And now that the cards came out and clarified them, I'm like, okay, I wanted to make sure because I get messages without cards, but yeah, I just feel like UND, I don't feel like it's moving forward. I feel like it just kind of closes down. I don't feel like it's a you know an ugly. I feel like so you guys just are really like, you know what, we're not headed anywhere, and um, I think it's better just to part friendly now than have something happen later. So I feel like it's a nice amicable uh, switch and change of direction, but I feel like you do end up with a new love, a new passion, someone who is ready to commit, which is what you're looking for. I just feel like D stands for dragging their feet, and if they're dragging their feet, then they don't deserve you. That's your big brother Zen uh, speaking up, but that's what they have for you, Shay. So um, I like it better for you, but that's what they have. So many blessings to you, Shay. All right. So Anjali, you are up next. And let's see here. You want to know who is coming towards you. Let's take a look and see what Spirit wants you to know. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Okay, well, this is all they have for you. I do like it though, because you definitely do have Eight of Wands is a lot of energy headed your way, a lot of movement headed towards you. And you have the Four of Wands, which is wedding celebration. And so who is coming towards you is your marital partner is coming your way, because this is what is represented by these cards. So boom, here we go, a lot of energy, both wands, so a lot of fire, a lot of movement that'll come in. This usually represents what this, along with like the Knight of Wands, represents a lot of fiery fast movement. So it is going to be coming in fast and furious here for you, Anjali. So you must have been doing a lot of that inner work that we've been talking about, because it seems like the wheel is spinning up and spinning faster for you. So not that you'll get married fast, but the meeting of the individual is coming in fast. So I like it, Anjali. That's what we have. So keep your eyes peeled because here they come. All right. So many, many blessings to you. And Leah, you'll be the next free reading, but I do have a donation. Thank you so much, Alex. And you'd like a love reading. So let's take a look here and see. I actually wanted to pull from the Into the Lonely Woods deck here. Let me see what they have here. Okay. And you have the Lonesome Gardener here. Card number 5, the number of change. And let's see what this brings in. So you are learning the joy of tending to something wild until it can become something giving and warm, just as you are now. Your care and attention have given something new the space to grow and become abundant. This is now reflected in your soul. Look within and see how what you helped nurture in the world is now growing within you. Where once all felt barren and unknown, there is fertility and connection. You turned away from the voice of the world and listened instead to the wisdom of the growing world. And because of that, all is blossoming and rich and verdant once again. You have made the wasteland a paradise. You've sown the seeds from which blessings can now come forth. What a great message, just to reaffirm that you have been doing the inner work around love, love of self, and it is creating the energy around you, raising your vibration to where you can um, uh, be open to true love. There, yeah, the Queen of Cups. So you've been doing the deep diving into your emotions, really, um, like it says, tilling the ground, getting rid of all, not all, because I don't know if we ever get rid of all our weeds in our heart, but definitely a lot, because you had the Queen of Cups and the Six of Discs. So you have been preparing because the Ace of Cups here in both of their hands represents your higher love, your inner love, your opening up to unconditional love above. And the Six of Discs is the Six of Pentacles, which is the codependency awareness card. And so that's what you've been really looking at is your value and how you value yourself. And, as you've been looking back at this rate of exchange you've had with people in your life where you have felt in the past that you have to give us so much to get so little, to deserve that you can receive a little. You are going back and you're realizing who this was that created this love uh, ratio when you were younger. It's usually 7 years old and younger when our emotional body develops, and that's when we get that love um, rate of exchange that gets created and pushed down into our subconscious, where we have to give 100 of something to receive one back. And so you've been looking at that more and more and more. And while you're waiting for love to come in here, which it seems like the soils are becoming very, very fertile and ready to have love come in. You've been doing all the preparation. You can continue to look at that because that's something that we've had for so long that I feel like practicing it with friends and family where you don't overgive, where you give a little and you allow people to give you a little back. And you're like, oh, wow, okay. Whether it's, um, you um, go to lunch with someone and they're like, well, I want to buy you lunch. And you're like, absolutely. I appreciate that. I'm going to let you buy me lunch. And then can I go buy you a coffee? And it's like the give, the give, the give, right? And to allow yourself that experience to give and receive. I feel like practicing that is an important thing while waiting for love to come in, which I feel with that other card, that you're ready, and it will be coming here soon. Any idea on timing? We always can ask, they usually are all about divine timing, and the more we work on our inner selves, the faster it comes. But let's see what they have here. Well, they got the Nine of Cups wish fulfillment card coming in here too. So I feel like it's going to be coming very fast. If that is what your desire is, then it's like going to be just around the corner. So I like that for you, Alex. So many blessings again. Thank you so much for your donation. Greatly, greatly appreciated. All right. So I don't have any other donations, so we'll move back into the line of the free readings. And Leah, you are up next. You say, will you be able to move out this year? And will you be able to sell your place this year and buy a new one? All right, let's take a look here. What does Spirit want you to know? Okay, and yes. So will you be able to move out this year? The full card, stepping off into a new journey, a new adventure. So that is a yes. And are you going to be able to sell your place and buy a new one? You have the Ten of Pentacles, which is about abundance. And here's a home on the card. The Eight of Wands is about fast movement too. Can also be about messages from spirit. So really trust. Keep your eyes open for signs and synchronicities and information, because spirit is going to be giving it to you. And then there's this fast energy, this fast movement of this happening as well. So I love those very fast answers for you. Yes and yes. So there you go. I love it. Love it for you. All right. And then more sooner than later with that Eight of Wands. All right. So, Butterfly, you are the next free reading coming up here. You are very welcome, Alex. And any timeline for pregnancy. All right. Let's take a look here and see what Spirit says about pregnancy. Wow. Okay, anything about time frame at all? Gonna be mysterious. Gosh, okay. Well, we do have the Fool card here, which I had just shuffled and put it back in, and it came flying back out. So definitely, I feel like this year is the year that you step off on this new adventure, this new journey, um, with pregnancy. And because you also have the Sun card here, which is a very vibrant, very, of course, victorious, wonderful card. It represents Leo energy, which is the inner child card, too. So, again, with those two together, um, especially with the sun and the sky, I just feel like it was like a little bundle of joy, coming in there, too. So, I feel like this is the year for it. And I was asking for time frames. They gave me the King and the Queen of Cups, so there's the emotions that brings two people together that results in babies. That's what I understand how it works. So there definitely is that there. And then also we've got the Princess of Swords and the King of Swords. So again, masculine, divine, feminine counterparts in both swords and cups coming in. The other card that popped up is the Four of Swords, which is about peace of mind, letting go of expectations, relaxing, enjoying the unfolding of the process. The less fears we have, the focusing our energy more like on what we're grateful for, and um, on what we do want to have in our life. Not so much what we're missing, what we fear, or what we have in our life that we don't want. Focusing the energy on gratitude and doing all of that. That Four of Swords really stood out to me too. So I kind of feel like April is a significant time frame of when you discover um, pregnancy. So uh, keep an eye out for that. Of course, it all depends on our inner energy, but I feel like the more you relax and move the energy to gratitude, the faster things happen. But I just really feel April is standing out from out to me. So that is what they have, butterfly. So flutter, flutter, enjoy. Very good. I know, right? Little bundle of joy. All right. So many blessings to you, butterfly. All right, Mira, you're the next free reading that is up. And thank you guys so much for all the thumbs up that you've given the video already as well. It does help spread the Zen love. And so it's a little thing, but the YouTube algorithm really loves it. And it does help it spread the love tsunami out there. So thank you for being a part of that. Right, Mira, see one in February monthly guidance. Let's take a look and see. What do they want you to know about February? So you've got the Four of Pentacles and the Seven of Pentacles. And the Four of Pentacles represents like this change of your worth and how you relate it differently to the outside world in February. Because the Four of Discs, this individual, they learn very significant wisdom about life, that when we define ourselves by the outside world, by the relationships and situations and things, those are like the three areas we're told, we discover how unstable the outside world is, because people change, they pass away, they walk away. So relationships are not stable. Situations never stay the same, like work and career, education, social status, whatever kind of situations we get into. And things, our bodies, our bank accounts, our possessions, they break down, they deteriorate, they blow up, they burn down, they're stolen. So we learn that when we're putting our worth all out there, that's what this one learns. When we put our worth out into the outside world, we feel unstable and we get tired of it and bored with it enough. But we turn inward and upward, and that's where we find a solid foundation for our worth. The eternal, never ending, unconditional, nothing we can do to lose it, love from up above, from the higher realms, from the mother and father of all things, source. Whatever you believe your higher power is, that realm is all that. And that is something we can't lose. And so that's the only stable thing that we can put our worth in to find stability. And so I really feel like between now and in February, this is what you're learning. And you're going, yeah, that's right. This stuff can't define me. I define it. When I define myself by the outside world, that's retail price. That's what value I am to someone. But self worth comes from the self, inward and upward to the higher self. And then that's where the solid foundation comes in. And the Seven of Discs is that you have been planting seeds before, things have been growing, but you're just like, you know what? Why am I growing apple trees? Because I don't want apples. And why did I want that? Oh, everyone on the outside, they were telling me that you're supposed to grow apples so we can all have apple sauce and apple pie and apple fritters, and all those things are very good, but it just wasn't satisfying you because you want guacamole, so you want to grow avocado trees. So that Seven of Pentacles is that you're finding this new foundation and you're making a change in your life of directions, because you're no longer looking to the outside world to fulfill you. you're finding that within, and so you're letting stuff go and you're making changes in the outside world because of it. So I like that for you, Mira. So there's going to be some life-changing alterations that you're making in February. All right. So that's what they have for you, and many blessings to you, Mira. All right, Aditi 444, you are up, and you'd like an angel message. I just happen to have angel guide oracles. Let me pull a card and see what your angel has for you today. And you've got the guardian angel. So you have your guardian angel speaking up to you today. And let's see what they have here. So everyone has a guardian angel who's been with you since your soul was created. And now your guardian angel is drawing closer to you more than ever. And they're always super, super close to us. They're just letting you know that they're there. And this angel guide knows you, loves you, and accepts you completely. Before your incarnation on Earth, you danced across the stars together. And if you're feeling overwhelmed or alone at this time, know that your angel guide is with you to share their love and make you feel safe. You never walk this path alone. Angels are always there to light the way. And this card is a huge reminder that you always have their help, their support, and companionship available to you. The extended message for the card is that you are an independent soul, and often you find yourself trying to do everything on your own. But know that even just a quick prayer to your guardian angel can take away some of that pressure. Your angel wants to hear more from you. In order to support you fully, they must be invited to do so. But then no request is too much. Your angel guide was made for you and is dedicated to you. Take time today for an easy and informal conversation with them. Speak openly and in a heartfelt way about your life, any challenges you are facing, and anything you need help with. Through that conversation, their help will find its way to you. And when you draw this card, they want you to know that they are with you. Yep. Great, great, great message there. Yeah, Spirit was telling me that when our soul was created, this other soul wanted to be created as a guardian angel that was tied to us, and they wanted to be with us um, our entire eternal lives. And so they weren't like created for us, like a pet is given to us or something like that. In the whole ethereal, when our soul was created, they were like, I want to be created with you too, and they want to be with you. So there's a special bond between you and your guardian angel, and we all have one specific guardian angel that's always with us, that is that energy that was created with us. And like it was talking about, they honor our free will so much, they don't meddle in our lives um, unless we ask them to. And we asked them to do certain things before we came down here. We saw our entire lives, all these fated events, and we're like, do this if you could, and if you could do this, and if you could do this, and I'd appreciate it if you do this. And so they have all this stuff that they do for us while we're down here. But while we're down here of our own free will, we can also ask them to meddle in our lives, give us signs, synchronicities, talk to them, interact with them, and have this beautiful relationship. So I like that, Aditi. So I feel like that was more for just you and me. So thank you for your message, because it really is a beautiful one. So thank you, and many blessings to you. All right. So Sandra, you are the next free reading of when will you get married, and will you get married to the person that you love? All right, let's take a look here. What does Spirit want you to know about marriage? Let's see what we got here. Well, you've got a lot of you got like 5 cards. 4 of them are major arcana. Um, you got the High Priestess, which the High Priestess is you stepping away, going into your high temple, connecting higher, connecting, behind the veil, diving deep into your emotions. A great time of self-reflection is what is being asked for here. And you have your higher self with the Judgment card. This is your higher self calling you into this space. This is like your human self seeing that you're so much more than just the human. This is you too, but your higher self, your soul, is calling you into this, um, stepping away from things, really being able to see things in a deeper, different, higher way in your life regarding relationships. You have the Fool card too, which is about leaving old cycles behind and stepping into new. But I also look at this as the soul. Like before we come down here, our soul, is interacting with our human. I always say like this is the human, our human animal side. But again, it's like connecting to your higher self, your higher self, your higher self. I feel like with the questions around marriage, they're saying take a step back and connect higher because they have the Temperance, which is the patience card. And it's things going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And it's happening on purpose for a purpose here of the slowness of things because they're wanting you to focus on you, on your self-love, and turning that inward and upward because things will change, your energy will change around this. You even have the Queen of Pentacles, Queen of Discs, which is Mother Nature, Mother Nurture, nurturing yourself, new birth. Um, so I really feel with all these together that spirit is calling you away from this relationship, like with this person that you love. They're having you take a step back, focus inward and upward to really expand your self-love, because when that energy changes, you get to see things clearly and you get to see beyond these old ways of thinking, these fears that you have, that uh, in this attraction that you have to this person that you love, it almost feels um, that there are some lower vibrational energies that attract you guys together. And your higher self is like, I feel like isn't the one for you. You're learning a lot in the mirror that you're looking into with them, and they're learning a lot from their mirror that of each other, but you're learning that, and it's to for you to go up and raise your love vibration to a higher level that will then repel and attract something more in alignment with it, which is more of where you're wanting to head truly in your life. Um, so with all of that, you'll get married later. um, there's this internal self-love enhancement and reflection that your higher self is inviting you into. And you won't get married to the person that you currently love if you love someone, but it'll be a higher vibration and you will eventually marry someone later that is more in tune with the higher love than a lower vibrational love. Someone more so that you deserve. So that's what they have for you, Sandra. So I know it's not the message I thought I'd be giving, but it is for you, and that's what we want to hear, right? They always are going to give us what is for our highest experience. So I like it for you. All right. So continue going down with the free readings, and we've got Princess Pinky. X or next? Who's coming? I like it. So let's take a look here. Is it someone from your past that's coming in, or is it someone new? Let's take a look here. Yeah. They like, do not fear. It is not someone from your past. Because you've got the death and rebirth. And the Nine of Swords represents your, the fears of losing conditional love. It's the nightmare, the insomnia card. They're like, don't be afraid. That those things have ended. You're moving forward. It's not an X that's coming in. You hold such great power with this Princess of Wands. Princess of Wands is like Page of Wands, which is new passion, not old passion. So I like this coming in because this means new, someone new, not someone from the past. So you definitely have this. So while you're waiting, just look into your expectations. These are your fears of losing conditional love or around relationships. So letting go of the supposed tos and the shoulds, the need tos, the have tos, the musts, the hows, letting a lot of that go, and really looking always while we're waiting, we work on our self love to expand our ability to receive more love and give more love. Because we cannot give love to others more than to the extent that we love ourselves. Neither can we receive love from others more than to the extent that we love ourselves. So there is this uh, beautiful passion that's coming, but it's the ending of old things, the ending of old expectations, the old ways of thinking about love and relationship, and open it up, just open it open wide to where you're like, Creator, Mother and Father of all things, the heavenly realms, I know you know what is best for me, bring me the most joy and the most benefit into my life. I trust you. It's developing that trust and letting go of control. And I like that for you, Princess Pinky. So that is what they have for you at this time. So many blessings to you. All right. So continue moving down the list. We got Mars. I just want to know, how does D feel about you? All right. Yeah, let's take a look here. So how does D feel about you? He acts a certain way towards you. Seems like he's trying to impress sometimes. Let's take a look here. Tell us about D here. All right. I wonder, I don't know. Do you live near the other person earlier that talked about D? I got some of the same cards. Oh no. No, I'm just kidding. I see that sometimes. I'm like, wouldn't that be weird? I know. Well, so how does he feel about you? He sees you as this high priestess, secretive, unknown, mysterious, intuitive, just very interesting. So, very intriguing, um, is a word that I would say. So you're just not normal in their eyes, which is all right. I think you probably consider that, like I do, a compliment. The Prince of Discs here is the Knight of Pentacles, which is the pursuit of, uh, all the knight's quest, and this knight quest after the Ace of Pentacles, which is evaluating their worth in relation to the outside world. And so I feel like when they see you, that you are someone who, like, that's kind of the uniqueness of you, is that you don't like doing things the normal way, and you don't uh, look your value in a regular way that a lot of people look into the outside world. I almost feel like you've dressed your own style, since you were a young child, and your parents let you wear whatever you wanted to wear. It's that kind of feel to it, that have always been identified yourself. And intentionally rebelled and didn't do things, if everyone was doing, like, if you were doing something some way and then everyone else started to do it, you would change it because you didn't want to be with what everyone else was doing. And I kind of feel like they like that rebelliousness, that rebel that's within you here. And that's not the normal interpretation of that card, but that's what's coming through there. Um, and his actions towards you, I can see here, he does feel like he does pour out a lot of energy into the outside world, trying to please a lot of people. I mean, he's got the Knight of Wands here too. So both of these are about, um, it's like this Leo energy, fiery type of energy where they want to be seen, and so they do invest a lot of energy into, I wouldn't say people pleasing, but into impressing, like you said. And so I feel like it is that they want to impress, but they also, it's not like they're a three-ring circus, not a one-ring circus. So they like to also impress other people, and there's this drive for that here. I do feel like there is some romantic feelings, obviously, with the Two of Cups coming in here. So they do have that there. But they specifically told me these are separate. Like, this is just how they are. And so there is a lot of, this that happens out there. Um, and it's not, specifically to get this. It just happens to be, this is their nature, but they have interest. So that's what they have for you, Mars. So um, enjoy the show. All right. And many blessings to you. All right. So the next free reading up is for Manju, and you'd like a spirit message. And I do feel like I'm going to pull an angel guide oracle here for you. Let's see what they have here for you. We are at the top of the hour, which of course is when I do my little public service announcement, which is I'm trying to balance myself and stay to 2 hours. So I'll be on for about another hour. And if you're new to my channel, for those that weren't here at the beginning, I do go in order down the chat for the free reading. So it's first come, first serve. And if anyone makes a donation, I do step out of the line, complete those to honor that energy exchange, and then I step back into line and then move my way down. So that's how it works. I try to get through as many free readings as I can. The list gets very long, very fast, and I try to get through as many. Haven't been able to get to the end of the list in a very long time, which I, one, feel guilty about at times. That's my little journey. But I'm also just blown away by how much everyone is so thirsty for message spirit. That blows my mind, like a little boom on Manju's message here. So that's the public service message. I'll talk more about other alternatives as I get toward the end of this session. But I am here Wednesday through Sunday nights at 7 p.m. Mountain. And then on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, so tomorrow, Saturday, and Sunday mornings, also 11 a.m. Mountain. And I might even try some little lightning rounds this weekend, because it's something I kind of want to try out, where I just jump on for an hour. I don't give a big announcement around the time because it just depends on how my day's going. And I will jump on for an hour and do quick one card readings and just lightning round, just boom, 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 boom. Because I know there's a lot of people that just need some fast answers sometimes. So I'm going to try that out. So if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, or if you, I see an influx. I get a big jump up when I do a live, subscribe, and then I do another live and they come back. But sometimes it's good to stay subscribed, because then you get notified immediately when I jump on to do those unannounced ones. So stay tuned. All right. So enough of the public service announcement. Now back to the regular scheduled program. So Manju, you have forgiveness and understanding coming in here. Beautiful card. And let's see what comes in here. Soon as you see the word forgiveness, you'll know you'll know where this energy is needed in your life, right? It's like the true F word, ugh, forgiveness. But forgiveness is a correction to human vision, an opportunity to see through the eyes of the soul. And ultimately, it gives us an idea of what it's like to see through the eyes of our angels. Whatever the situation that feels heavy on your heart right now, when this card appears, your angel guide is inviting you to release it. You aren't being asked to accept bad behavior or let it go, but to realize that the only person who's truly being affected by your unforgiving thoughts and feelings is you. You don't deserve to have past events get in the way of present happiness. And that can only happen if you make space by releasing painful experiences from your heart. So call in your angels and ask them to help you step into the energy of forgiveness. Even if you feel you don't know how to forgive, the willingness to do so will be enough. The extended message for this is understanding why others have committed certain acts or you yourself have made bad decisions isn't always easy. It's important to know that you are always doing the best you can with the information and tools you have. And the more you learn in life, the greater your capacity to make choices from a space of love. When this card shows up for you, it's because angels see you as worthy of fulfilling and exciting experiences. When you are dancing with the energy of forgiveness, you're on the verge of a miracle. This isn't a time to be weighed down by the past, but a time to see beyond it. I love it. No, forgiveness is forgiving the person, not the act. And there was this, I forget, I think it was another deck that talked about forgiveness, and that um, when we realize that we're being a vessel of pain because of someone else's actions, we forgive to release ourselves, to bring peace to ourselves. And I love that it kind of mentioned somewhat of that in there about it's only impacting us, and we can release it so that we can, move into a new area, a new adventure in our lives. So I love that spirit message for you, Manju. So many, many blessings for you. All right. So the next free reading is Queen Angie. So messages from your future spouse. You guys are so brave. Right. They won't want to start fights already, I know. So we know it's going to be nice stuff. Usually. Watch this be the first one. Well, they want to say blah, blah, blah. No, they wouldn't do that. So messages from your future spouse. What would they like you to know? All right. I'm like, uh-oh. This is about they're letting you know in advance that you're about to go through a beautiful, beautiful rebirth, which is great because um, they're really bringing this up. It's also almost like that you might be in a place of a lot of emotions that are swirling around you. It's almost like you're in just a storm of emotions, a lot of emotional people, a lot of emotional upheaval around you, and you're feeling those. You have this, um, empathic ability, this, the, you know, what is it when you feel emotions, right? It's empathy, it's empathic, yeah. So you have this huge empathic gift where you feel everyone's emotions, and they're like, you're about to go through this rebirth with all of this to understand here with the Nine of Wands that the energy that you feel, the energy blocks, the energy that you just get flooded with, that almost it almost feels like sometimes like it does bring you into this. Uh, it almost feels like you're smothered sometimes by emotions. You can walk into a room and there's too many people that are just have an upheaval of emotions. It can just feel so like I said, smothering, and so just like the room is so thick of energy, it's almost hard to breathe. And so I like this rebirth that they're telling you is like, don't fret, breathe, breathe, because you are entering this new level. The five, the Hierophant, is about stepping up in your spirituality. It also is, see all this enlightenment. You really are learning a lot. You're about to go through, either you have a spiritual teacher or you're studying something that talks about empathic abilities, building the like force field around you, about how you can build this energetic bubble that doesn't allow all those emotions to come in and smother you. It allows you to have this breathing space in there. And and I like this for you. So because they're telling you that they honor that gift, and it's one of the big things that attracts them to you is your ability to pick up on energy in a room. But more so, the gift that we all have when we have strong empathic abilities is not only about sensing everyone's emotions, but we can also push out and radiate beautiful unconditional love energy from our heart that transforms the energy of the room. Now, people always have their own power of choice to choose their own emotions, so you can't choose those for them, but we can make it easier or harder for them to choose unconditional love or fear. And so you have this capacity and ability to do that. And I feel like they're wanting to let you know that you are about to step into your power, and in such a huge way that sets you free, because they're like, they are blown away by this ability that you have, and so they don't want you to suppress it. They don't want you to run from it. They really are encouraging you to embrace it and go deeper into it. So I like it. I like it. I feel like I want to do a series on how to do that, how to grow our abilities, how to put it into practice, like a muscle to grow it as well. So I love that for you, Queen Angie. So many, many blessings to you. I love that from your future spouse. Very supportive of your witchiness. All right. So, Sio Shanta, you are up next, and you want to know IL's energy towards you. So let's take a look here. See, what do they have? What would they like you to know? Right. So the first card that popped out was the Six of Wands, which is recognition and victory. And their energy towards you, it just feels like they like how you're recognized. Like you stand out. And they like that about you, that you stand out above the crowd. You it just feels like, here's everyone else, black crows, but no, you're this, look at your nest, and you have this crown that you wear and everything else. It feels like it's just you stand out among it all. Um, they also see it as something that is gonna it would take a long time. They feel anyway, it's like it would take a long time for things to unfold. Like, you don't move quickly when it comes towards any kind of interactions of relationship. You plant seeds, it takes time to grow 'em, blah, blah, blah. I feel like in the past, like we all have, we rushed into things and we learned our lessons well. And I feel like you do, or they kind of see it as like it would take, it's not something that's going to rush. And so if they want to try to um, have any kind of romance or anything, they knew that they wouldn't be able to fake anything because it's going to be a long interview process, is what I'm hearing. That's funny. So, two of discs, two of pentacles. I kind of feel like they see this mirror in you, though. They see that you have very a lot of similarities in life, and that is, very, very much a mirror that is reflecting there, and so they do see that. So, that's one thing. The feelings that are there too. I feel like you get this card a lot when we're asking about people's energy towards you because they see you in this mother nature, mother nurturing energy. Um, it just always feels like it comes up because of your huge heart and the energy you put out. They're just like, it's like home. It's safe. They feel safe. They feel like they would be nurtured around you too. And we have the moon. So the moon is the hidden and the unknown to the mysteriousness. So the energy they have is that it just you are also mysterious. You're like that. It's again, the moon is Mother Luna though too. So I know I feel like I say the word mother a lot when we ask about individuals, but they just are like, they just feel so comfortable around you and so comforted and nurtured. It just draws people to you. So that's what they have for you, Siyoshanta. So many blessings to you. Right. LA, you'll be the next free reading, but I do have a donation. So thank you so much, Patty, for your donation. And you'd like a love reading? Absolutely. Let's take a look here. See what Spirit has for you. What would you like Patty to know about love, love, love? All right. Let's see what we got here. Let me just make these cards a little PG. They're a little nudity in some of these. So you have the Empress, which is about new birth and new things coming your way, sensuality. So love is birthing with you here. The Nine of Wands does show you, because the Nine of Wands has this barrier here, and it keeps you. I feel like you've been bumping up against a block over and over and over again. Like, usually they'll have a bandage on their head because they've been hitting against a wall over and over. And I feel like that's how you felt lately, is that you've been up against a wall, but things are changing. You have this new birth, the season is changing, and here love is going to be coming in for you. Now, I do see here with the Six of Cups and the Ace of Pentacles, the Ace of Discs, this is new opportunities are coming your way. And it looks like someone from your past is coming back into the picture. Now, it doesn't necessarily mean it's an ex that unless it's an ex that you definitely feel things have changed and you would give them another chance or have a chance with them. But it can also be just someone you knew from your past that you might have had romantic interest for. They might have had romantic interest for you, but you never were single at the same time. and now you will be. It just comes in here. But whatever it is, there is the six, because you have the Six of Cups and the Six of Swords. It would be a smooth moving thing, with old ways of thinking removed and new ways of thinking having come in. So, of course, there might have been a reason why you didn't get with them other than them not being single, but you have changed and they have changed. And so there's this unfolding. But I really, I really like the, you have the World card, which is leaving old ways of thinking and old cycles behind and moving into a new adventure. Making sure you're taking care of you. Queen of Pentacles, Mother Nature, Mother Nurture, nurturing you, nurturing yourself. And what I mean by that is, I feel like if this is someone from the past coming in, that there's no rushing into anything. That it's, if they're like, I've changed, you're like, great, I'm so happy. Now show me consistently for 6 months. And they're like, 6 months? Well, people can pretend for a day, 2 days, 3 days, a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, up to 30 days. If they do something consistently for more than 30 days, they either have really changed or they will change, because that's what it takes to change a habit is to do something consistently. So if we have them do it for 6 months, especially since we won't be living with them or anything like that, we'll be able to see the consistency and see who they really are, and they get to prove themselves. So I really feel like that is what is coming in for you there, Patty. Someone from your past is coming back. But it's a positive thing. It's definitely not a like, oh God, no, not that ex. Then you definitely don't do it. It'll be someone that you're just like, oh, wow. And then seeing that they truly have changed. Let me see anything else here. Yeah. So we've got the 10 of Wands here, which is about harvest coming in. You have been doing the work, you've been waiting and working on your inner self. And so all the energy that you've been investing is going to be coming to a harvest. The moon, for me, with these two cards together, with what we're talking about, is about a cycle has changed. And, it's the new moon to the full moon to the new moon to the full moon. There's a cycle that always goes back and forth. And the full moon, afterwards, we're getting rid of stuff. It's like the harvest. We plant new seeds. It grows, it comes to fruition. We harvest, it's that constant thing. And I feel like you've been doing the harvesting. You did all the, the planting and the growing, and now the harvest is about to come. So I like it for you, Patty. So that's what they have. Again, thank you so much for your donation. Greatly appreciated. All right. So LA, we left off with you with the free reading. So you'd like a general finance read for the rest of January. Take a quick sip here. All right. So what would you like LA to know about finances, please? All right. So you do have the Two of Wands here, which the message from Spirit around finance would be, whatever you focus on is what grows and expands. And when we focus on what is missing in our life, or what we fear in our lives, or what's in our lives that we don't want, that grows and that expands. We literally hold the world in our hands, right? But if we change it and focus on what we're grateful for, then we have more things that are attracted to us to be grateful for. When we focus on what we do want, and on joy and love and peace, all that positive vibration, all that higher vibration draws abundance in. So they want you to know that you definitely are having abundance come your way, but the extent of the abundance depends on how much gratitude you have for what you already have, because it just expands and has it grow. Princess of Discs, the Page of Pentacles, or the Page of Coins, sometimes new abundance, new things coming in around in the outside world that feel abundant to you. So I love the combination of those two, as well as the strength card here is very much Leo, leading your life, connecting to your higher self, allowing them to show you a way of looking at life in a different way too, because the strength card has this background message. I won't go into the whole story, but it basically is that the lion is hungry and thirsty. It's your human. It's told to look outside of itself for its fulfillment, relationships, situations, and things, finances, all that. And it finds it unstable. It finds it not fulfilling, and there's never and never enough, because what we're really searching for is the unconditional love from above. And all that's conditional, unstable, doesn't fulfill us for very long, if at all. And so we end up turning inward and upward and finding this connection with our higher self, which is a powerful supernatural being who's made of the unconditional love that we're searching for. And so as we do that, then we feel full on the inside, and then the outside world, instead of it always falling short, everything out there is above and beyond, even extra. So it just gives you this even more huge, abundant feeling about life. So while you're waiting for the stuff to unfold, just turn inward and upward, and have this relationship with this love of your higher self. And you'll see things transform that way as well. So where we focus our energy, and inward and upward, will transform your finances for January and going forward, of course. So that's what they have for you, LA. I like it. Many blessings to you. You are very welcome, Patty. All right. So we'll continue with the free readings, and we are to Melissa. So Melissa, you are up. You've been hearing a lot of ringing in your ears, recently in your right ear. What message are you supposed to learn? Sometimes white noise, other times high pitched. Yeah, it means you're supposed to answer it. Pick it up. It's ringing. Got to answer. So let's see what message they have for you, because that is a sign that Spirit's trying to get our attention in different ways. And sometimes when my sinuses are acting up. But Spirit does get a hold. Well, okay. And healing energy. So this is the message. It's about healing energy. Let's see what they have here for you. So angels are enveloping you in healing energy at this time. They are swirling around you, filling your body, your mind, and soul with a soothing and peaceful light. They are guiding you to receive this healing energy and allow your body time to return to its natural state of goodness. Healing is actually an energy that goes beyond the body. It's the return to a natural and good state. Healing angels are placing their hands upon you and any situations that may be concerning you at this time. Know that the miracles you are seeking are unfolding before your eyes. You are blessed to receive this card today, because the energy it brings will mend any breakages, wounds, or emotionally raw situations that are troubling your heart. If anything in your life is broken or disrupted, this card indicates that healing energy is being brought to it. Your angels want you to know that any prayers or calls for help and support you've sent out have been received, and that they are working on the case now. Healing doesn't happen tomorrow, it begins today. So you are guided to visualize the best and most loving outcome possible in all areas of your life. See angels of light placing their hands upon anything that may be of concern, and know that when you do this, you allow healing energy to unfold in the present moment. And I do like that for you. I kind of feel also that they're saying, what about this healing? What about these things that are happening in your life are you refusing to hear? And that's why they're ringing your ears, really trying to get your attention with it all. Is like, what aren't you willing to hear? What are you resistant to hearing? Um, because there's this healing, this transformation of emotions that uh, they see would be for your highest experience, and so they're definitely met ears to get you to question, what is it that I'm not willing to hear? What is trying to get my attention that I'm not paying attention to? And that can be subconscious. You're not consciously going la 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 la, but uh, your inner child down in the subconscious that you're not conscious of is trying to do that, and that's what they're trying to bring awareness around. Is what message from your inner child that they're screaming at the top of their lungs that we've pushed down and it's down under there. What aren't we hearing? So there is some stuff to look at. If you know of ways to dive into your subconscious and ask your inner child, what is it that you're wanting to tell me? Because they're showing me in my head a parent with, like, dozens of children all around, yelling, 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 and someone going, hey, 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 hey. But you just have been so tired of the noise that you've learned to tune them out. And you learn to tune out your inner child because they had some things, but I feel like they're really, this is them uh, getting the help of the angels and your angel guides to get your attention. So if you do automatic writing, or write a letter from your little inner child to you using your non-dominant hand, see what comes forward in that. There's a bunch of different ways. Tapping, um, there's a great book, Tapping into Wealth, by Margaret Lynch. She talks about a lot about how to get in tune with your inner child, though. Another book I read last year was The Presence Process by Michael Brown. That's a really good one, too. So there's a lot of things out there, and you probably have a common way maybe that you communicate with your inner child, but they definitely are trying to get your attention. So that's what they have for you, Melissa. So many, many blessings. How exciting. All right. You are welcome, LA. All right. So, Angelina, you are up next. All right. You want to know your spiritual journey and guidance for you. I kind of want to pull here, not kind of, into the Lonely Woods deck here for you. Let's see what they have here. You got card number 44. There is one who watches over you. Beautiful owl. And let's see. So the one who watches over you is compassionate and sage. They often come to you in subtle ways, in the wise shape of a tree, in the luster of sunlit clouds, in the song of water running over rocks. To know you have this guardian is to understand that while although there is loneliness, you are never alone. This watcher is linked to the path of your soul from the first breath to your last, and they will be with you in the great in between of your lifetimes. The one who watches over you knows the sacred quest of your soul, and when it feels like you've lost your way, they will remind you of your purpose. Wow. So you do have definitely a spirit guide, or maybe this is your guardian angel that has been with you before time and in each lifetime, in between lifetimes, and after you are done with this journey of lifetimes on this planet. And they will always remind you of your quest and what you are wanting to accomplish in this life. And I feel like with your spiritual journey and guidance, they are inviting you, they're letting you know, I am always with you. I'm always around. I'm always watching. You can talk to me. And I feel like it's taking some time away, really getting to know this individual, really getting to know this spirit that is always around you, always um, hearing everything, always talking to you. But we sometimes don't hear because we are not at their vibration. You know, when we're in our chaos, when we're in the fear noise, it's very hard for us to hear because we're having so much of the lower vibrational energy creating static. But if we purposely lower our fear noise and raise our vibration to that of unconditional love and joy and laughter and peace and gratitude, that's the energy level at which they speak. And you can get some really clear information and have a wonderful communication with them too. So that is what they're nudging you to do. Is it's like an invitation to get to know this watcher, this beautiful person that is always watching over you, always around you. So that's what they have for you, Angelina. I like it. It's beautiful, beautiful. I feel like there's a lot of that going on these days. Getting to know our guardian angels and um, just our higher selves and all the souls that are around us in the other realm, you know, that we're surrounded by a host of beautiful beings, and they are, I feel like the veil is getting thinner and thinner, and they're like getting our attention more and more. So I like it. All right. So that is what they have for you, Angelina. So Joy, you are up next. You want to know the rest of the January reading, please. All right. So let's take a look here. What would you like Joy to know? Okay. Yeah, because here's your higher self. Like I just got done saying, it's like the veil is thin. Your higher self calling you to this higher place the rest of this month. Because you also have the Fool card, which represents your soul in this scenario, because you also have the Queen of Cups. All three of these cards, high intuition, connection to the spiritual realm, your soul, your higher self calling you. So I just finished literally saying that your higher self is wanting to call you into this communication, into this deeper relationship, because you do have the Four of Discs here, the Four of Pentacles, which teaches us that the only stable thing that gives us a solid foundation in the outside world is turning inward and upward and connecting to that beautiful love from above. Because the other three pentacles that I talked about earlier, relationships, situations, and things, are all unstable because people change, pass away, walk away. Situations like jobs, education never stay the same, and things, our bodies, possessions, they break down, deteriorate, blow up, burn down, stolen. So all that stuff we realize is unstable. And I feel like your spirit is pulling you inward and upward, wanting to have this solid foundation for you, because then it transforms the world that we see on the outside. instead of it falling short all the time, it feels like it's overflowing because we have everything we need inside of us. And so everything feels extra. When we're looking outside of ourselves for our fulfillment, everything is falling short and we live a life of disappointment. When we turn inward and upward and we find the solid foundation inside, then we live a life of abundance instead. So I feel like that's what the January focus for the rest of January is for you, which is what, a couple weeks? It's flying by so fast. It's crazy. That's what they have for you, Joy. So many, many blessings to you. All right. So Toshi, you are the next free reading coming up here. One of the upcoming blessings. All right. Well, you do have the Nine of Swords is the insomnia and the nightmare card, which I know what blessings are coming up. But this is you moving away from these. You're dropping thoughts and beliefs and mindsets that you have around relationship. Because the Prince of Cups, the Knight of Cups, I feel for you is this movement of emotions and of how you're perceiving the white, the knight in shining armor that comes into our lives to bring us our um, the love that we're looking for. It's that kind of energy, the romance that comes in. I feel we're changing our mindsets, our supposed to's and shoulds and need to's and have to's and must. You're almost exhausted from trying to live up to all these emotional um, rules, all of these supposed to's and I call them conditional love laws around love and relationships. You're really changing those, and when you do that, this is the blessing that comes in. We're not so restrictive on what we're requiring someone to be, how it has to come in, how it has to unfold, how I have to be in it. We're allowing a lot of the details to be worked out by our support team, the beautiful angels and spirit guides and loved ones on the other side and ancestors, instead of us feeling like we have to be in control of so much of it. You're releasing a lot of it and allowing um, things to flow. And that is truly a blessing because it doesn't feel like work and it's not exhausted and you don't have nightmares and have trouble sleeping because you have all this stuff on your mind about relationship. You sleep soundly. You feel this beautiful flow of emotion instead. So I like that. That's one blessing that's coming for you in 2023. So many blessings to you. All right. So the next free reading up is Mahipas Ruby, and you'd like a reading for 2023. So let's take a look here and see what they have here. So you have a beautiful rebirth coming here, and it has to do with this balancing that you're doing here with the Justice card, because this is usually, oh, actually, she's in this one. She's standing on the Ace of Swords here. This Ace of Swords is you are learning in 2023, connecting to the higher realms, to this beautiful capital T truths that are rooted in unconditional love, which allows you to cut away the small t truths that are rooted in fears of losing conditional love. So you are cutting away a lot of thoughts and beliefs and mindsets that it made you feel constricted and small and dim in your light and feeling trapped and out of balance, because we do start this life so out of balance. So many fears we are given, the supposed to's and the shoulds and the need to's and the have to's and the must. It's just forever a long list. And there's this clearing out of this in the balancing. And that's where this ending and this new beginning come in. And this is going to impact every area of your life, because once you start getting sorting out and getting rid of a lot of these opinions that were given to you when you were younger about relationships and who you are supposed to be, um, um, and what kind of job and education, and what you're supposed to look like, and what you're supposed to own, and how much you're supposed to make. I mean, there's all this rules, and you just really start freeing yourself from it, which just expands so much in your life in so many different ways. And so this is the beginning. You're beginning to really look at those beliefs you have. I call them small t truths, opinions that have these fears attached to them of losing that conditional love out there. So a beautiful rebirth happens in 2023, and I do like that for you. So that's what they have for you, Mahipis Ruby. Many, many blessings to you. All right. So we are to BKNY Libra King for love reading. Now, I'm only going to be on for about 15 more minutes, so I do want to let everyone know at this point. I'm going to try to get through a few more free readings, but I'm not going to be able to obviously get to all of the free readings. So if you do want to make sure that I get to your reading in this session, a donation of any kind will I'll honor that energy exchange, and I will make sure I complete it in this session. If you aren't able to make a donation, I totally understand. We're not all able to do that. So, no judgment, no pressure at all from me on that. But if I'm unable to get to your free reading in this session and you're unable to make a donation, I do offer a ton of free content. And if you click on my Bread is Zen Mystic Tarot, it'll take you to my main page with all my playlists. I have pick a card readings. I've got weekly energy updates by each zodiac sign, monthly readings for each zodiac sign, solstice, equinox readings for each zodiac sign. I put out a lot of free content. And so if you follow your heart, Spirit will guide you to the playlist that does have answers for you if you're needing one tonight. And as I mentioned a little earlier, this is the start of my busy weekend where I'm on every night, Wednesday through Sunday at 7 p.m. Mountain. But on Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays, I also come on at 11 a.m. Mountain Time, and in the morning. And then I am probably going to try some lightning rounds this weekend. So make sure if you've subscribed, click that little notification bell and select all, so you'll be notified when I go live for these, but also for these lightning rounds that I'm going to do. So be sure to check those out. What else? What else? Oh, and then make sure I'll pop it up now. If you haven't checked out my personal reading giveaway video, I posted that a week before last. Here's the link to it, though. And I'm going to have a drawing this Sunday, and I think I've surpassed 45 comments. So I'll be giving away a 30-minute personal recorded reading, a 45-minute personal recorded reading, and I'm pretty sure I'm at the point where I'm also giving away a 1-hour personal recorded reading. So be sure to check out that video and follow the instructions if you do want to be a part of that. I also offer personal readings. And all that information is listed in the description box of the video down below if you'd like to book a personal reading with me. So a lot of ways to get the readings, and I apologize. I'm not going to be able to get through everyone on the free list, but those are options. So we'll continue with as many free readings as I can. And so let's take a look here. I left off on BK NY Libra King. So you would like a love reading. So let's take a look here. All right. Well, you are going to have this ending and new beginning that's coming in regarding love. So ending of maybe new cycles. Let me see what these other cards are here. Okay. And The Empress is new birth, new things coming in. So old, getting rid of old, making space for new is coming in here. You've got the Two of Wands, which also tells us wherever we focus our energy is what grows and expands. And especially with you have the King of Wands, which holds the Ace of Wands. This is really about stepping into your power. When you're looking at love, whatever you focus on is going to uh, be impacted quickly and greatly. So if you're focusing on what, like with love, if I'm focusing on that I don't have love in my life, then not having love in your life grows and expands, which is not what we want. If we're focusing on what we have in our life that we don't want, or what we fear, um, and like I said, what we're missing, all that grows and expands. But if we switch our energy and focus on gratitude and what we do want in our life, and love and joy and peace and laughter, this higher vibration love energy, then that expands and it magnetizes us to draw in this instead of drawing in more of this that we don't want. So there is some great power coming in here with all of that as well. So I like that. So there is this change that's a coming, and the speed of it determines on where you're investing your energy. But I feel with that King of Wands, if you focus on your energy on gratitude, a lot of great things happen very quickly for you because that combination is pretty powerful. So that's what they have for you, BKNY. So many blessings to you. All right. And up next for the next free reading is on Jushri. You want to know upcoming blessings for you. Let's take a look here. All right. So you do have the Four of Cups coming in, which does represent, three cups that have not been constructive or productive around emotions. It's like old loves that just didn't bring you feelings of satisfaction and fulfillment. Well, you have a fourth cup that is being fruitful. So you have new love coming in that is going to be a fruitful, fulfilling type of love. But while you're waiting, you do have the high priestess here, which the high priestess steps away from all the chaos and the noise, goes into her high temple, goes behind the veil, dives deep into the subconscious and emotions, connects to the higher realms. It's her doing this inner work and understanding what of her own energies, her own fears, her own self love, where can she develop and improve those things, weed things out, raise her self love. Because the more that she does that, the faster the love comes in and the higher the vibration goes, which will draw in someone more in alignment, that higher love, not those three cups. You don't want to draw in more of the old same cups that weren't fulfilling. You want to raise your vibration to bring in those higher loves. So that's what they have for you on Jushri for right now. So many blessings to you. All right. So Christina Lowe, hello, you are up. Hello there. I am smiling and having a great day. So who are you really? Like, who are you on a soul level? How do you be you? All right, let's see what Spirit has for you here. I bet you'll get like the Ace of Cups, because who you are, or the star. So here you are this star in the sky. This is your true higher self, right? This is who you really are, a powerful, supernatural spirit being made of unconditional love. This is a wish fulfillment card, but it's also the Aquarian energy card, which is recognizing that you hold within those um, the vessels there, those are full of the unconditional love of the higher realms. The Aquarian age is about finding new ways to connect. The old ways don't work anymore. The old ways of the human. We're moving into a new realm of love and unconditional love, not the conditional love we're all used to in the human, but you're bringing in, you're a bringer. If I wouldn't be surprised, are you an Aquarius? Because you're helping bring in the dawning of the age of Aquarius, which is a place of transformation, um, just being the love that you are. I know one of my close friends, she almost would smack me sometimes because she'd go, "Who am I?" And or I'd ask her, "Who are you?" And she goes, "Well, I'm a mother." I'm like, "No, that's a role you play for people. Who are you?" And she'd say, "Well, I'm a great worker and a supervisor. I do this and this." And I go, "No, that's a job you do. Who are you?" "Well, I was a great wife, while my husband was alive." And I'm like, "No, that's a duty you did. Who are you?" And she'd be like, "I'm going to be a murderer here in a minute if you don't shut up." But then she'd be like, "I am love." And I'm like, and there we have it. We are love. That's who we are. We're made of love. And so, on a soul level, how do you be you? You love. Love is the answer to every question. You just love yourself and more. You remove the barriers that we've created between who we are, and you just keep radiating more and more and more love as you come into awareness of the love that you are. You just continue giving more and more and more. And that's what they have for you, Christina. And I love that for you. So many, many blessings to you. All right. So next up is Rhonda. Oh my gosh, Rhonda, you are on a roll. I mean, I think we've gotten to you like in the last 4 lives. We've actually been able to get to you. So what a blessing to be able to pull cards for you. And you'd like a love message. So let's take a look here, Rhonda. What does Spirit have for you? you get the Lover's card. So I guess this means love is headed your way, right? Let's see what else they have here. Worth the wait, worth the 2-hour wait, right? All right, let's see what else we have here. So you do have the Moon card here. So there is some deep diving that you're doing, that you have been doing and continuing to do, to dive deep into the subconscious, the unconscious. These beliefs you have around love and your worthiness and the love of self. There's a bunch just that are bubbling down here underneath the surface here. But I also love the cycles of the moon that feel this energy coming in here, that you're going through this process of letting things go, planting seeds, letting things go, planting more seeds, because you are going through this change here with the King of Swords. They roll over air, and all the kings are given another helping of air, so double air, which definitely is about connecting to the capital T truths of the higher realm, rooted in unconditional love, which allows you to cut away and slice away the small t truths, those that are rooted in conditional love, that are, being cut away. That's what the Four of Swords is too. This is the peace of mind card, which normally they are sleeping on the Ace of Swords with the Three Swords of the Three of Swords card, which is the heart disappointment, which is you cutting away and realizing the old pains that you had. You're realizing that um, you might have had an emotional pain, but your mind put a ton of stories around it. I'm reading a great book, which I can't remember the title of it right now, but it really is good. I just started it, but it's talking about that, how one emotion can have 1,000 thoughts around it, our mind trying to find out the reasons and the excuses. and suppressing the emotion, but you're allowing yourself instead to feel the emotion and not try to define it and defend it and whatever it may be. You're just allowing yourself to flow through it and let yourself flow to the next emotion. And so there is this enhancement, this beautiful upgrade of your of how you're dealing with your emotions in a beautiful way, which is preparing you for love to come your way. But the Lover's card too is this power of emotional choice that you're coming into too, that you get to choose what emotion you want in any situation. Is it going to be an emotion that is related to the fears of losing conditional love, or is it an emotion that's always either one or the other in each moment? It's very simple. It's two choices. That's it. Sometimes we're like, oh, there's so many choices. It's like, if you whittle them down into buckets, you're going to find out that they're either of fear or of unconditional love. It all fits into one of the two buckets. So I like it for you, Rhonda. So many, many blessings to you. We are all love. Yes, exactly. Beautiful, beautiful. I know you get it. You get it. All right. Well, everyone, that is going to be my last free reading for this evening. So if you do want me to complete your um, reading in this session, then now's the time to make a donation as I finish my little ending here. Um, and then um, and then we will I'll complete them, and if there aren't any, then we'll just end the session here, and I'll see you tomorrow morning, because as I mentioned earlier, I will be back at 11 a.m. in the morning. And thank you guys so much for all the thumbs up that you've given the video too. It helps spread the Zen love, and I know it seems like a small thing just to click a little like button, but the YouTube algorithm that YouTube has, it looks at all the likes and all the comments you make and all you subscribing, and it uses that to determine, hey, we think other people might like to hear these messages of love too, and so they send them out as recommended videos to others. You know how it appears on your main screen? It'll do that. So it's totally free to do that, and I definitely really appreciate you doing that and being part of the tsunami of love to come in there. So I like it. I like it. I like it. Um, so as I mentioned, so I'll be back on tomorrow morning. I posted the drawing. I offer personal readings at a low cost. I used to have it on a sliding price scale, but I was updating some things, and I'm like, let me just get rid of the middle and high ones. Let's just go the low prices, because I know everyone's having a wonderful journey with finances in the world these days, which is all about our worth, right? So I just was like, you know what? I'm just going to offer those at the lowest price, and made it easy breezy, really simplifying things as what I'm doing as well. So you can do that. What else? What else? What else? What else is there? But make sure to check out all the playlists if you need a reading tonight and you need some answers. Check those out. Yeah, I think that is everything. So I don't see any other donations. So we are going to go ahead and close this one down. And oh, good, Christina. I'm so glad that it resonated. Very good. Beautiful, beautiful. Wow. Maybe I was channeling your grandfather. You never know. They're all part of the sea. So, everyone, please know that as you go throughout each and every second of every day of your life, that you are unconditionally loved by the mother and the father of all. And of course, I love you guys too. So, until I see you guys again, have an amazing day, an amazing night, wherever you're out in the world. And we'll see you soon. Until then, I send you much love. You guys take care.